Good afternoon, dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to extend you a very warm welcome on behalf of Rahul Education, who has clubbed all of us for the Moderator seminar. We at Rahul Group provides quality learning experience to each child as we believe in progressive approach. While imparting comprehensive quality education, we also provide a steady ladder to our students to monitor their every step and give guidance which will help them to grow capable for their approaching exams. Before we begin, I would like to express my gratitude to our respected Chairman Sir, Sri L.R. Tiwari and to our Honorable Secretary Sir, Sri Rahul L. Tiwari for their support and encouragement for giving us this platform where we can reach out to many students. Dear learners, this session is especially designed for you so that you have the right idea from the point of view of the moderator. They will guide you on how to complete your paper in limited span of time and also the weightage of each topic. This will enable you to plan your studies in such a way that studies will become easier for your understanding. You will be aware about the most likely mistakes that students normally tend to do, and this can be avoided in your future. I request each one of you to kindly be attentive throughout the topic. And today our session is science, and we have amongst us Madam Usha Patak, who will be presiding over the session. Let me introduce ma'am in few words. Ma'am has been with the Maharashtra State Board as an examiner for 12 years and as a moderator for 7 years. Ma'am has great knowledge on the subject and will be able to guide you well. We welcome you, ma'am. The mic is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, dear students. Today I'll be guiding you about your subject Science and Technology Part 1 as well as Part 2, how to write the paper. Can you all hear me, children? Yes? Am I audible?
Yes, Usha, Miss, you're audible. You could go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, children. First, we'll discuss Science and Technology. See, Part 1, and then we'll be discussing Science and Technology Part 2. Okay, and specific instructions, children, you have to follow while writing the paper. First is science paper, Science 1 as well as Science 2. Children, it is basically for 40 marks, 20 marks you have practicals. Your practicals will be conducted in the school, and your teachers will be there for guiding you during the time of practicals. But theory paper, you have to prepare thoroughly, children, because the most difficult paper, I can say, the students find will be science. Either it can be Science 1 or it can be Science 2, depends upon how is your preparation. And see, for preparation, you may be referring various books, you may be referring digest, you may be having reliable series or unique solutions. But the best is please read your textbooks thoroughly. Textbooks thoroughly, I'm telling, because children, what happens that many times certain questions are there which are directly asked from the textbook, in between the textbook. And it is easy to pass in science, but it becomes very difficult to score in science. Passing mark practically everybody gets, but the scoring is comparatively less. So if you want to take any career option after 10th standard, if you want to take science or go in that field, so you have to be thorough for reading your textbooks thoroughly. I'll start with the notes and all what is given. See, whenever you're getting the paper, first is during your board examination, you will get your paper 10 to 15 minutes before. 10-15 minutes before the paper is basically given so that you can read the paper thoroughly. So reading means check the questions, and please, if you have not, you don't know any answers and all, don't panic. The first thing what happens many a time, children, when they start reading the paper and they don't know the answer of objectives or question answers, then they start panicking. Please don't panic. First note is all questions are compulsory. You have question number 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 questions are there, and all questions are compulsory. Use of calculator in board exam, SSC board examination is not allowed. Yes. And the number of right questions, basically, if you, the question answer you have written correctly, you will definitely get full marks in science, unlike your history, geography, or unlike your languages. Okay, so let us start with question number 1. Now see, question number 1, children, you always have question number 1. It is divided into part A and part B. The paper pattern of science 1 as well as science 2 is the same. So question number 1A, you always get choose the correct alternative and rewrite the statement. Yes. See, in this, whenever you're choosing the correct alternative, for example, if they have given you a question, I'll give you certain examples also and how you're supposed to write. For example, if they are given choose the correct alternative, and see, it is not that choose the correct alternative like small children or 6th standard, 7th standard, you're only writing the options or only answers. In MCQ, you are supposed to copy the complete statement. For example, suppose you are getting according to Mendeleev's periodic law, properties of elements are the periodic function of their dash. It may be atomic numbers, atomic masses, densities, boiling point. The correct answer is atomic masses, and that is option B. So whenever you're writing the answer, you're supposed to copy the complete sentence and see whatever the answer is. Suppose the answer is option B. So you're supposed to write the option also, option B, atomic masses. So you're supposed to write that option number also, and along with that option number, you're supposed to write the answer also. In case you're writing only the answer, sometimes your marks may be reduced. Instead of getting 1 complete marks, you may get half marks, because see, in the instruction, no, in the paper, it is clearly written, in case of MCQ, only the first attempt will be evaluated. For example, see, MCQ has 4 options, A, B, C, D. Many children know what do. They write 4 times the same fill in the blank with four answers. And they feel that many times they get wrong information from their classes or other places, that if they write the one which is correct, that will be given marks and the remaining will not be given marks. No. First attempt, what you are writing the answer, only that will be corrected. Suppose in the first attempt you are writing a wrong answer, then and again you are writing 2-3 answers, same fill in the blank you have copied 3 times, you have written the other 3 options, that will not be considered. Only the first attempt will be considered. Remember this. So be careful while writing. You know the answer, you're 100% sure that this is the answer, write it. You don't know, leave it for some time. When you recollect it, when you remember it again, then you write. But please write the option number also. You're not writing the option number, it becomes a big problem. Yes. Then this is regarding question number 1. Choose the correct, and see, don't forget to copy the complete statement, because see, many times it comes. Choose the correct alternative and rewrite the statement. See, when the sentence is written, rewrite the statement. You are supposed to copy the complete statement. Just don't write that options. Put number question 1A, answer 1A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just don't write the option numbers or just don't write only the answers. You are supposed to write both. Write the correct option number also and write the correct answer also. Then next question basically is 1B, that is also objective type of question. In objective type of question, remember you have to see what type of objective question it is. 1B is full objective. Now once you have got choose the correct alternative, it is like fill in the blanks. You are not going to get fill in the blanks or choose the correct alternative again. In 1B, that will be for 5 marks. You will be having attempt the following. It can be find the odd man out, or it can be complete the correlation. It can be state true or false. It can be match the following, name the following. Any of this question can be asked. And you have to read what the answer is. For example, suppose you are getting odd man out. Find the odd man out, this question. Now see, I'll the science one, odd man out, you're getting 4 words: voltmeter, ammeter, thermometer, galvanometer. Yes. So what is the odd man out in this? Again, I'm repeating: voltmeter, ammeter, thermometer, and galvanometer. What is the odd man in this? The odd man in this is basically thermometer. Why? Because all other are the instrument that works on magnetic effect of electric current, whereas thermometer does not works on magnetic effect of electric current. Is it clear? So when you are writing odd man out, you don't have to cut it, or you don't have to strike it, or you don't have to circle it. Copy all the 4 words, and below when you are writing the answer, pick up the answer and write this, and you have to write the reason why it is odd. Remember this. Just don't strike it, you cancel it, you strike it, or you encircle it, and you feel that you have written it completely. That becomes what? That goes wrong. Wrong means you will get half marks. If the weightage is 1 marks, you will get half marks. So whenever you're writing odd man out, you are supposed to write the reason why it is odd. What is the difference between that answer and the remaining other 3 alternatives that are given? If it is complete the correlation, correlation is complete the analogy. They will give you 3 words and you're supposed to find the 4th word. For example, alkene, carbon-carbon double bond, alkyne dash. Now see, what is alkyne basically? Carbon-carbon triple bond. So you are supposed to write, underline. Now many times what happens, no, children forget to underline. In MCQ also we have seen children write the answer and they forget to underline the answer. Please underline it. Don't leave the answer like that only without underline. Use a pencil and please underline it. Is it clear? Then next one is, suppose you get a state true or false. In state true or false, see, you're supposed to write, copy the statement. Don't just write true or don't just write false. You're supposed to copy the complete statement. For example, see, if the statement is true, then no problem. You're for writing true, you're going to get full 1. But suppose you're writing false, see that. Who's that disturbing? Okay. So see, if you're writing true or false, see that you copy the complete statement and then write whether it is true or whether it is false. Yes. For example, if you're if the statement is true, then you will get complete 1 marks. But see, if the statement is false, you are supposed to write the correct statement. Yes. Correct statement does not mean that you are going to use a negative sentence. For example, see, the frequency of AC is 0 hertz. This statement is false. Yes. So what is the correct statement? The correct statement is the frequency of AC. AC is your alternating current, is 50 hertz. That is the correct statement. So you have to write like that. That means for true, you're going to get complete 1 mark. But if the statement is false, you are going to get, if you're writing only false, you'll get half marks. And half marks is for writing the correct statement. Now see, while writing the correct statement doesn't mean that you write a negative sentence. Don't write that the frequency of AC is not 0 hertz. Don't use the word not, because we know that the statement is false. So you have to write the correct statement. Is it clear? Then next one, suppose you get match the columns. Remember, match the columns. Don't write below A, or you have two sides in match the columns, A and B. So many a times you write A and many times you write uh, question 1A, then you write the option number B. Don't write like that. A side directly copy the question and B side you directly write the answers. Name the following. If it is coming, you can directly put the question number and write the answers. So do this, please take this trouble for copying down the objective, because see, science paper is not very long paper. Science paper may be the shortest paper, provided that you have studied. If your preparation is well, you can complete science paper within 1 hour, 1.5 hour maximum. Though it may be 2 hours paper, but the paper is comparatively short. The problem comes because your preparation is not proper. You have not prepared properly. So you need a lot of time to write that paper, because you have to think and think and think as your preparation is not appropriate. Okay, so this is about question number 1. That means, see, in question number 1, what are you having? You are having choose the correct alternative 1A, that is MCQ or your multiple choice question, and question number that is for 5 marks, and question number 1B, attempt any of the following, that is also objective question, 10 marks. That means, see, it is very easy to get full 10 out of 10. And once you get 10 out of 10 in objective, it becomes easy to get good marks in science. Okay, then starts with your question number 2. Now see, question number 2 is your give scientific reason. Any two, it will be 2 marks. That is 4 marks. It will be any two. You're going to get 3 give reasons. Out of 3, you're supposed to write any two. So that becomes what? That becomes comparatively easier. That and it becomes easier. Now see, when you're writing this give reason, remember one thing. Always in science, prefer to write the answer point wise. For example, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. Don't write paragraphs. If you are writing paragraphs, nobody has so much time to read if you have not written properly. Remember this. The examiners who are there checking the paper, or the moderators who are there checking the papers, they will be doing totaling, and if you're not appropriately or clearly writing the answers, you will be at the loss of your marks. So give scientific reason. 3 give reasons will be given, and out of that 3 give reasons, you're supposed to write any two. Now see, when you're writing, no, put the question number properly. Whichever answer you're writing, suppose the answer is given in uh, ABC, like that. So put the numbers A, B, C accordingly. If the answer is numbers are given as 0.123 or Roman numbers 123, check the number, how question number, how it is written in the paper. Same Roman number or same question number you have to copy. If ABC question is written, please you don't write 123. So please read the paper thoroughly for that purpose. So for example, you get give scientific reason any two, so attempt any two, and always listen. Always prefer to attempt that answer which you know properly, which you have read nicely. Suppose you know some answers very nicely, and some answers you may not be, it may be knowing the answer but not in very proper words. So attempt that answer first which you know clearly. Now suppose you are having question number 1, 2, 3. Out of that, you know the second answer and the third answer. First answer you're not knowing. So directly start, give scientific reason, answer any two that question is there. So in that first you're starting with question number 2. So you are going to write what? You are going to write question number 2. Is it clear? And then write the answer. And when you write when you're writing the answer, write point wise. Point wise, for example, start with point number 1. Now suppose 1 is getting over in 2 or 3 lines. Then from the next line, start point number 2. Okay, then the next line, start point number 3. Don't continue the point on the same line. So that what happens with that, your paper looks neat and clean. And at least write in a handwriting that is understandable. Don't be in a hurry, but see that you complete. I told you, if you are prepared properly, your paper will be completed within time. Only the problem comes if your preparation is not 10%, the paper does not get completed. Okay. For example, see, you have, I'll give you one example. For example, you have question like elements belonging to the same group have same valency. Why is it that elements belonging to the same group have same valency? Yes? Anybody? Why is it that elements belonging to the same group have same valency? Do you know it? Yes? Can anybody say? See, unless and until you interact, how will I explain? Now see, you have to write point wise. Point wise, how are you going to write down? See the first point. The electronic configuration of the outermost shell is same for all the elements belonging to the same group. Yes. Second point. So the number of valence electron of all the elements in the same group is same. The valency of element is determined by the valence electron. Hence the element belonging to the same group have same valency. Is it clear? That means what? That means prefer to write the answer in points and make your answer look neat and clean. At least two, see, it is a 2 marks question. You cannot write one sentence and you said that I have explained this answer in one sentence. It is 2 marks. At least there should be 2 to 3 sentences. And at the end, you are going to write the statement of the question. What was asked. That is because see, it is give reason. Okay. So this is your what? This is your question number 2A. Next is you have question number 2B. Question number 2B will be answer the following. Any three it is. So if it is any 3 children, for 4 marks questions are not there in the board paper. Let me tell you, one student has asked for 4 marks, how many points to write? 4 marks questions are not there. Either you have 2 marks question, 1 mark questions are objective. 2 marks question you will get give reason and answer question number 2B, answer the following. Any 3. In this, they are going to give you 5 questions, and out of 5 questions, you are supposed to write any 3 questions, children. Is it clear? For example, they may give you a figure of Fleming's left hand rule and right hand rule, and they will ask you to label the figure. Or they can ask you the statement, state right hand thumb rule, any type of any statement. Such a type of questions are there. A small sum can also be there in this question, because usually in the month of March, the weightage of the sums are basically for 2 marks. So there can be a small sum from lesson effects of electric current. It can be refraction of light, or it can be lesson lenses in science 1. Okay, so 2B, you have to attempt any 3 out of 5. Remember, that means you have a lot of choices, except you don't have choice in objectives. Objectives, all the objectives are compulsory. Give reason and question and answers. You have ample of choices, children. Then next one is you have question number 3. Answer the following question, any 5, and these 5 are for 15 marks. How many marks? 15 marks. So in 15 marks, you are going to basically the answer only 5 questions out of 8. 8 questions will be given to you, and out of 8 you are supposed to attempt any 5 questions, not more than that. And many students know they write extra. Avoid writing extra, and suppose you are knowing the answers very well, then only you write extra. Otherwise those extra marks are of no use, and it is a waste of time also. Many times students keep on writing extra, but at the end they don't get the time to complete the paper. You complete your paper first, and then you can attempt extra questions. Is it clear? For example, see, answer the following question. An element has its electronic configuration 282. Now answer the following question. So see, what is the electronic configuration 282? What is the atomic number of the element?
12.
Yes, the atomic number of the element is
12.
12. Very good. Then what is the group of this element? To which group this element will belong? Configuration is 282. So to which group will it belong?
Group 2.
Group 2. Okay. And to which period does this element belong? See, configuration is 282.
Third period.
Third
Third
period.
period. Very good. So see, they will give you like this type of question. So in this, no, the question for first part is what is the atomic number? So A is atomic number, B part they have written what is the group, and C part they have written what is the period. And suppose they give you identify the element. Which element is this?
Sodium.
Magnesium.
No, magnesium. It is magnesium. Very good. See, in your periodic table, see that lesson, no, please learn the electronic configuration of first 20 elements from hydrogen till calcium. First 20 elements, their arrangement and their electronic configuration. Is it clear? So this is like either they will be giving you short questions in 3 parts, A, B, C, like that, or they can give you a long question. For example, observe the figure showing the orbit of the planet moving around the sun, and write the 3 laws related to it. This is based on Kepler's law. Yes. Or you can get the diagram from a lesson refraction of light, that glass slab diagram, and they can ask you 3 questions based on that. Hear me?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible now. You may continue.
Okay. Yes. Okay. For example, see, and many a times till now this pattern has not come. Many paper pattern, no, they give you some type of comprehension. They will give you a passage, and from that passage 3 questions will be asked. Now see, whenever you are attempting question number 3, children, see, the weightage of the marks is for 3 marks. If the answer is very small, and if there is a diagram for it, please draw the diagram also, because diagram is expected in this question. For example, if they ask you what is dispersion of light, which, yes, what is this define dispersion of light, which light deviates minimum and which light deviates maximum. So see, this question, what is dispersion of light and which light deviates minimum and maximum, in this you're supposed to draw the diagram of dispersion of light. See the question, whether it is a descriptive question or whether they have given you the question to be explained in detail. Yes, if it is a descriptive question, then please draw the figure. If a figure is there for that, then please draw the figure. For example, state the rules for the formation of images by convex lens. So 3 rules are there for the formation of image by convex lens. This answer, you have to draw diagram also and you have to write the statement also. Then comes your diagram questions. Now see, diagram basically it comes in question number 2b only if a figure is there. For example, draw neat label diagram of Hope's apparatus, or it can come in question number 4 that scientifically draw the diagram of human eye and answer the following question. So diagram basically will come only for 2 marks. The weightage of the diagram will be for 2 marks, and remaining part you will get some points or some questions to be written. Is it clear? So see, question number 3 is how many marks? Question number 3 is basically for 15 marks, 3 marks each. Then next comes question number 4. Question number 4 is draw. Question number 4, you have to attempt any one. So see, you have ample of choices. Any one means you're supposed to basically write any one answer. Prefer to write that answer which you know thoroughly. If you know that answer thoroughly, then attempt that answer. If in this you are getting a choice of option like A, B, C, then it is better that you give A, B, C, and if you know the answer appropriately, write the answer. For example, suppose this can be, now see in science 1 paper, no, remember one thing, one question which you will get no in question number 4 will be from physics topic, and one question will be from chemistry topic. For example, suppose you are getting question 4, either you can get it from refraction of light and you can get it from chemical reactions. So remember, question number 4, 2 questions will be there out of that 2, and this will be a 5-mark question. It can be a descriptive lengthy question, or there can be 5 small questions given to you which you are supposed to answer along with diagram. For example, draw scientifically correct a diagram of human eye and answer the following question based on it. So first is you have to draw the diagram. This drawing is for 2 marks. Then see, 3 questions are put in it. Name the type of lens in human eye. What is the type of lens in human eye? What lens is the human eye? Concave or convex? Convex, very good. Then name the screen at which the maximum amount of incident light is refracted. Which is the screen which is present in the eye? What is the name of the screen present in the human eye? Retina. Very nice. Then state the nature of image of the object formed. What is the nature of image formed? Nature of image of the object formed inside the eye. Inside the eye. Real and inverted. Very good. Inside the eye, the image formed is real and inverted. So see, one question can be from physics, and suppose one question is from chemistry. In chemistry, if you open up your textbook lesson, chemical reactions, types of chemical reactions, okay, in that you're having what is rust, give the chemical formula of rust, write oxidation reaction of iron at anode and give the cathode reaction. A diagram is there in question. So you have to give one answer. So see, whichever you find easy or whichever you have learned appropriately, give those answers. Don't give any type of any wrong answers. Now suppose diagram is asked. A diagram is asked. Draw neat labeled diagram of you're having metallurgy lesson. Metallurgy lesson is very important. So draw neat labeled diagram of magnetic separation or froth flotation. That can be asked. Yes, one question from metallurgy lesson is always there. Now see, weightage approximately we cannot say that exact with options and without options. There are different weightages. So see, how is the paper pattern? Paper pattern basically, if you will see, question number 1 will be objective for 10 marks. Question number 2 is short answers, or in that question number 2, objective for 10 marks means In this 5 marks, first A will be 5 marks MCQ, and first B will be other objectives like true or false, match the columns, complete the analogy, or it can be uh, find the odd man out, name the following. Then question number 2 is basically for short answers, small answers. In this question number 2, A will be give scientific reason, and 2B also will be answer the following. Answer the following in short. Scientific reason, out of 3, you have to answer any 2. Answer in short, out of 5, you're supposed to write any 3. Then question number 3 will be long answer, basically short, brief answer in brief for 15 marks. This 15 marks, 8 questions will be there. Out of 8 questions, you're supposed to do any 5 question. Question number 4 will be basically long answer, any one for 5 marks. Is it clear? Now see, if topic wise, if I go science 1, gravitation, weightage of chapter is with the marks is 3. With option, it can be 5 marks. Similarly, periodic classification of elements marks can be 3. With option, it can be 6 marks. Then chemical reactions and equation marks is 4. Along with option, it can be 6 marks. Effects of electric current weightage can be 5 marks, along with option 7 marks. Heat lesson marks allotted can be marks weightage is 3, and with option it can be 5 marks. I'm telling along with the options. Refraction of light, basically, so the refraction of light is a small chapter, but it is an important chapter. So weightage of this is 5 marks, and along with option 7 marks. Lenses lesson, weightage is 4 marks, along with option it is 6 marks. Metallurgy lesson, weightage can be 4 marks, along with option 6 marks. Carbon compound, weightage is 5 marks, along with option 7 marks. Space mission, 3 marks, along with option 5 marks. That means the most important chapters, if I say, you have chemical reactions, effects of electric current, refraction of light, lenses, metallurgy, carbon compounds. These are basically most important chapters of science 1. Is it clear? The same goes for science 2 also. In science 2, see the paper pattern basically remains the same. The paper pattern remains the same. Yes, that is, you have question number 1, objective type 10 marks. In that 10 marks, 5 marks MCQ, and 5 marks will be the other objective question like name the following, true or false. Then in balance the chemical equation, children, suppose you are writing balance the chemical equation, you have to see what is the weightage. Basically, balance the chemical equation comes for 2 marks. Copy the complete statement and then balance the equation. And suppose you are getting a question like write the steps of balancing the equation, that will come for question number 3 for 3 marks, because if you are writing the steps, then it becomes too long. If it is balance the chemical equation, they can give you the reactants and they can give you the products, and you're supposed to balance it. But in that copy, write the proper names of reactants and products also. So if you are writing properly the reactants and products and giving proper signs and symbols, you will be getting full marks. The formula should be correct. The balancing should be proper when you're writing the chemical equation, because chemical equation weightage is basically for 2 marks. If it is just coming complete the following chemical reaction. But if they are asking you a question, write the steps of balancing a chemical equation, or they give you a chemical equation and they will ask you balance the above chemical equation, writing the steps. So when you're writing the steps and balancing, then that question will not be for 2 marks. That question can be for 3 marks. Okay. So we are doing with science 2. Science 2, see, answer very short answers, basically question number 2. In that you will have again give reason and answer the following. These are 2 marks weightage question, give 2 uses or give 2 applications, such type of questions. Then question number 3 will be answer in brief, 15 marks. 15 marks basically will be, okay, Sujal is asking about metallurgy lesson. 1 minute. So if a question is there that balance the chemical equation, so in that case, while writing the answer, we have to write the whole step? No. See the weightage of the marks. If the weightage of the marks is for 2 marks, then you don't have to write everything. And see, if it is 2 marks, balance the equation and write the names of reactants and products. In metallurgy lesson, children, suppose in metallurgy lesson, definition, please don't write it in your own words. Definition should be always from textbook. Suppose they ask you define the term metallurgy, write the definition from the textbook. Don't give it in your own words. If you want to, you're explaining the method like magnetic separation or hydraulic separation, that you can write a little bit in your own words. Own words, you can get marks, but you'll not get full marks. Remember that. Then question number 3 is for 15 marks, and again question number 4 is long answer for 5 marks. Now see, you will feel that science 1 is difficult and science 2 is easy, but scoring in science 2 is more difficult, children. For example, in science 2, the paper you have biology and you have EVS. Yes. So in biology and EVS, the questions are all descriptive type. Descriptive type means they expect more answers, more points. So in this also question 1A is suppose choose the correct alternative. So choose the correct alternative. For example, see, the process of RNA synthesis is called transcription, translocation, translation, transferase. So the answer is basically transcription. Yes. So write the option number and write the answer. In this, remember this, that you are supposed to write the option number and write that. And say, read the question carefully. Many times the questions are not read carefully. For example, if they are asking you, give the uses. So give a specific use or application only. Don't give very long answers which are not required. Pen, some students are asking, Miss, what type of pen should be used by the students? Use blue pen only. Don't use black pen for writing in the paper. Blue pen and pencil. No other color ink is allowed. So use a blue, either ball pen or gel pen, whatever you're comfortable with. While writing the paper, draw margins on both the sides of the paper. Yes. So that your answer is of appropriately written. And see, remember one thing, whenever you're reading your textbook, the definition and the laws, for example, state modern periodic law or define binary fission in science 2, define evolution, all these answers should be from textbook. Labeling of the diagram can be done with pencil, no problem. Diagram you can draw completely with pencil and label it also with pencil only. You can do pencil shading, no other colors, don't use colors at all. And see, when you're writing the answers also, no, for 2 marks answer you have to write at least 2 to 3 points, and for 3 marks answer 5 to 6 points, unless and until it is precisely given that write 3 uses or give 3 applications. So if it is given write 3 uses, so only 3 uses you have to give. Give 3 uses of biotechnology, so only 3 uses, like that. Otherwise, you can write 5 to 6 points. If it is coming in points, then you can write 5 to 6 points. Now, see, in science 2, no, remember one thing. The last question, question number 4. Science 2 basically comprises of what? It comprises of biology and EVS. So the last question, no, specifically question number 4. One question will be from bio and one question will be from EVS. Yes. And EVS questions, no, basically you will get like a personal response type of question, children. For example, they will give you certain pictures and they will say, see the following picture of some disasters. How will you, your pre and post disaster management case phase of those disasters? Or they can give you from the lesson social health. Social health you have three to four questions of personal response. Your sister is studying in this class and she has become incommunicative. What will you do? So these are questions of personal response. So whenever question is coming, no, it will come for what? It will come for like personal response. Is it clear? Multiple choice questions will be basically based from textbook only, no other thing. If you are reading your textbook, no, see the questions which are there after the lesson is completed. Once you read those questions thoroughly, which is there at the backside of the textbook, backside means after the lesson, you can prepare completely for your exams. Okay. See, question number 1, I said same multiple choice question. B part will be 5 marks question, 1 marks each. It can be anything, true or false, correlation, name the following, molecular formula, like that. Question number 2, A will be scientific reason and 2B will be attempt any 3. This will be short. If it is science 1, there can be numericals, sums, define, law, short note, chemical reactions. If it is science 2, they can ask you distinguish between, complete the flow chart, give the properties, give the characteristic. For example, animal classification lesson, they can ask you characteristic of class Reptilia or class Mammalia. Give examples of. Then question number 3, out of 8 questions, you have to write any 3 marks each. In this, you have to give the statement, you have to explain the statement. Then you have to give, suppose they are asking you give the remedies or give the measures. So whenever they are asking you give the remedies or measures, don't write the effects. Then diagram, if the diagram is not labeled properly in the given in the question paper, you are supposed to label it properly. Then you can explain with the help of examples, give examples and explain the process. Yes, if diagram is incomplete, you can complete the diagram and you can explain. Sometimes paragraphs are given from the textbook. That is why I told you that read the textbook thoroughly. If paragraph is given from the textbook, no, and they will give you some fill in the blanks from that paragraph. You're supposed to fill the blanks from that paragraph. So if you have not read your textbook properly, this question may become little difficult. So don't panic. Anyway, there are choices. Then last question again, they can draw a figure and give explanation, or incorrect diagram is given, you have to correct it and you have to answer. Read a paragraph and answer the following question. Or it can be complete the given incomplete table chart and explain, or answer in detail. Children, you should avoid giving that attempt in descriptive question like answer in detail, because many a times what happen in science too, no, even if you answer in detail, no, you may not get full 5 out of 5 in that question. As it is descriptive, the expectation of the answer is more. So if you're writing short answers or small answers, it is easy to learn. No, it is not necessary to write full paragraph. I told you don't write paras, write answer in points. So if it is long answer also, no, prefer to write the answers in points. Don't write full paragraph. Am I clear, children? Yes. Anybody is having any doubt can ask. Now see, regarding questions written compulsory. Compulsory means it is basically, children, that you don't have to copy the questions. You have to put answer numbers, question numbers, and write the answer. It's not necessary that you copy the question. You put the question number and write the answer. But write proper question number. For example, you're writing question number 2 or question number 3 or question number 4. Put the question number properly. Don't give your question number. See what question number is there in the question paper and then write the answer. The problem happens basically many a time, children, because you keep on writing in your order, so you put your question numbers only. Don't give your question numbers. See what question number is that in the paper and directly start writing the answers. Only for objective questions you are supposed to write the statement or questions. Remaining subjective type of questions, no need of copying the question. Put question number and directly write the answers. See, if two answers are there in correlation, what to do? No, I don't think two answers will be there. Correlation, you will have only one answer, children. Write the appropriate answers. Now, see, many children know, they ask me, Miss, which chapter we should study and which chapter we should leave. That is the worst problem in science. I would tell you, as far as preparation goes, suppose, see, science 1, I'll tell you, a lesson metallurgy or lesson carbon compounds, many students find it difficult. Or physics, in physics, they find lesson refraction of light, or many children, they find gravitation lesson difficult. Now see, when you are leaving a lesson, no, don't leave the entire lesson. For example, you are telling them, Miss, can we leave it in option? Don't leave the entire lesson in option. You can leave the long answers, for example, because see, question number 1 is objective, and that objective is basically from all the lessons, all the 10 lessons objectives you will get. And suppose you have left one lesson, then you will lose marks in objectives. So for example, suppose I'll give you, if you are finding lesson gravitation difficult, yes, what are you going to do? Learn all the objectives of that lesson. Leave long answers. That will do. That can be adjusted. How it can be adjusted? It will be adjusted, children, because in other question, from question number 2 to question number 4, you have options. But question number 1, you don't have options. Option means question number 1 is a compulsory question. It is an objective question. Question 1A, question 1B is a compulsory question. So you are supposed to write. I mean, you are finding lesson in chemistry, you are finding metallurgy lesson difficult. In metallurgy lesson difficult, prepare all the objectives of metallurgy lesson. Scientific reasons are easy. Don't tell me scientific reasons are. Scientific reason is comparatively easy. You can learn distinguish between. You prepare the objective of that lesson. That means you prepare, fill in the blanks, match the columns, true or false. Answer in one sentence and define. Define is also basically of one sentence only. Leave the long answer because you find the long answers difficult. Is it clear? Science 2 also, the weightage basically is more for chapters like life processes. You have life processes. Part 2 is a long chapter. Environmental management. Yes, life processes part 1, part 2, environmental management towards green energy, animal classification, cell biology. These lessons are important lessons. Yes. Remaining, if you see EVS topic like social health, disaster management. Now last year, see social health, no, they had asked a 5 marks question. See, specifically Marks is not there for presentation. Presentation does not carries any marks if your answers are correct. Presentation marks is taken considered if a child is getting full marks in the paper. Then they will see the neatness of the paper. Otherwise, if your answer is appropriate and correct, presentation does not carries any marks. Write your paper neatly as you write it. Maintain your handwriting proper and appropriate, and highlight or underline the important words in the answer. For example, you're writing give reason. Certain words are key words or important words. So underline those words. Present the points properly. That is the better presentation. Nothing else. You don't have to use any type of any marker, any type of any other ink. Use a blue gel pen or ball pen and take a pencil. Diagrams, whatever you're drawing, you're going to draw it with the pencil. That is a better presentation, because you're not supposed to use any other. And please don't change the pen also. Suppose you're using a blue gel pen and the ink is dark, and suppose later on you're using another pen, use the same pen. Highlighting important points with pencil is better rather than pen. Don't use pen for highlighting, use pencil for highlighting. Gel pen is allowed, blue gel pen is allowed, but it is preferred ball pen, because gel pen basically the writing, some people write very slowly. Ball pen, the speed is more. Which eye diagram we have to draw? Human eye. Human eye diagram. Draw neat label diagram of human eye. That full labeled diagram is there, that one. Yes, children. Any other queries? Any other question? It's nearly going to be time up, children. I'm very thankful to Sanjay sir and the management, Tiwari sir, Rahul sir, for calling me for this lecture. Yes. While writing the answer, if there is a question which I know the answer, but I have some doubt, so I should leave some. You can leave some extra place for that. Marks in science 2 is same as marks in science 1. Okay, chapter wise distribution. Should I say chapter wise distribution in science 2? Just take down if you want. See, heredity and evolution, basically 3 marks with option 5 marks. Life processes part 1, 4 marks with option 6 marks. Life processes part 2, 5 marks with option 7 marks. Then environmental management, 5 marks with option 7 marks. Towards green energy, 4 marks with option 6 marks. Animal classification, 4 marks with option 6 marks. Introduction to microbiology, 4 marks with option 6 marks. Cell biology, biotechnology, 4 marks with option 6 marks. Social health, 4 marks with option 6 marks. Disaster management, basically 3 marks with option 5 marks. So most important chapters are life processes, part 1, part 2, environmental management, green energy, animal classification, introduction to microbiology, social health also you can prepare. See, they give the weightage, but many a times in the paper, this weightage changes. Last time, social health lesson, they had put question number 4. That was for 5 marks. And that question was on personal response. Give a proper personal response to the answers, children. Otherwise, you write something wrong, you're not going to get marks on that. You have to write it appropriately. You have to write it correctly. Am I clear, children? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. This
Thank you,
seminar
thank you.
has been an enlightening one for our students, as it imparted a lot of knowledge On behalf of Rahul Group, I would like to thank Mr. Patak ma'am for valuable time and for enlightening our students. I also thank the management of Rahul Group for making this platform necessary for our students. I thank Sriman, I thank Sanjita for making this seminar being a success one. Today our students have really got a deep insight into the topic and known some interesting facts. Also the motivation and encouragement that ma'am gave means a lot. I would like to thank our teachers and our IT team for making all the arrangements. Thank you to all my dear students for attending this seminar and being attentive. I'm sure this is going to be a great benefit to you. I would end my words here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.